Welcome to our Devos, where we are going to conclude a series on being Spirit-led, Spirit-controlled, and how we ought to have self-control instead of being under the generational curse with our health and with the way we treat our bodies and the way we live according to the flesh. There's such a contrast between the two pictures. And we have been talking about building up those walls, having our mindsets refocused on putting safeguards around what we do so that we are not under the control of the flesh. Now, here's two statements. Recognize when you are out of control. Some people, they don't know that. They're like, well, it's just always the way I've lived. This is always the way I lived, and this is who I am. And when I see this, I want this, I do this. When I experience this, I feel this, I need this. And we move from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. You have to recognize you're out of control. Not out of your control, you're out of God's control. You have put yourself completely in the control of something else. And also, you are not operating in God's strength. When you're out of control, you must realize you're not operating in God's strength. This is why Proverbs, it says in Proverbs 16, verse 32, this is the whole reason why we did this devotional series. He says, whoever's slow to anger is better than the mighty. He's talking about controlling your anger, controlling your temperament. He says, and he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. Remember, the city, we think of the person that's in control, the person that's more powerful. They go and they storm that city and they take it and they make it their own, right? We think that person's really in control, that person's really in charge. Well, here it says the person that can control himself, they're more powerful than one who rules a city. And some of us, we are really good at going after the things that we want the most. We are really good when we have a desire to indulge in the flesh, when we have a desire to get a substance, when we have a desire to overeat, when we have a desire to do something that's going to please us, to make us feel good, that's going to anesthetize us from having the audacity to actually depend on God for the moment to get us through a moment of temptation. What we're doing is we're allowing whatever that thing is to control who we are. I want to encourage you that if you've gotten nothing from this whole entire week, that you allow the Holy Spirit to control you, maybe for the first time ever in your life. God is revealing to you His desires through your mind. He's teaching you what He wants through the Scriptures. And you have to allow your body to be subjected to the decisions you make and the commitments you do. So maybe you need to fortify the walls of that city. Maybe you need to ask for accountability from a close friend. Maybe you got to reach out for some Christian therapy about how to overcome some issues. Maybe you're being attacked in an area repeatedly because it's a generational curse that you've been experiencing in the area of your health and the area of how you treat your body. You came from a family that was unhealthy and you think you're always going to be unhealthy. I want to encourage you that if you can get this under control and submit yourself completely to the Spirit, you're going to leave a legacy of Spirit-led living. A legacy. Regardless of whether you have children or not, it'll be the things said of you. They gave themselves completely over to the Lord. They put every appetite at His throne and allowed Him to be Lord over all. That's what I want said of me. That's what I want said of you.